While thrifting in Tallahassee, I also hit up 2 local arcades that could not be more different. Let's go play some games. The first arcade of the day is a place called District 850. It's an upscale Dave & Buster's-esque place with a restaurant, bowling alley, pool tables, big ticket redemption games. I think there's a movie theater in here somewhere. And the reason that I'm here, this row of pinball machines. Specifically, this brand new Pulp Fiction table. I wasn't sure I'd have access to this machine anywhere else on the trip, so I wanted to stop here to be sure to get a chance to finally play it and get some pictures, etc. Figuring out how to pay for it, though, was a difficult task. The main desk advertises a $35 per hour card, which is straight up insane, and if that was the only option, I'd have walked right back out the door. Luckily, I was able to figure out how to give a vending machine a couple of bucks for a handful of credits on a plastic swipe card, and whatever, I was then able to convert those into 2 to 3 games of Pulp Fiction pinball. My first impressions of the machine are that I love it. Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite movies, and this themed machine is very pretty. All the actors are here, it's colorful, it plays nice, I really love it. I want it in my house. Some of the dialogue clips from the movie are censored, not that you'd be able to hear them once this place gets busy though, since the volume on the machine was pretty low.
Damn. I'm kind of tired. I can use a foot massage myself.
I'm not sure if there's a feature on this table where you can turn the censorship on or off, but look, I get it. You can't have Tarantino dialogue about the GIMP blasting in places where kids might be playing in a ball pit right next to you. As an aside, I was trying to find a way to get better pinball footage this year, and after getting very frustrated at the lack of cameras you can attach to an existing pair of glasses, I settled on this device, which looks like one of those collars they put on convicts in sci-fi movies, where if they wander too far away, their heads explode. Luckily, my head was just fine after using it, but it's going to take some getting used to. As you can see in this footage, I start to lean a little bit, just a natural lean trying to find a comfortable stance while playing a new machine, but as a cameraman, that looks bad. I have to tweak that while editing. So I have to remember to be completely rigid, not move at all while playing machines to get usable footage. Come on, Silicon Valley, solve my problem. I just want to record what my eyes are seeing. Anyway, I'll be using this mount more and more during the trip, and hopefully I get better with it. I'm just seeing all this footage now, so I hope that's the case. There's a good lineup of the newest pinball machines here at District, but I wouldn't really say you should visit if pinball is your only interest, because the value just isn't there. If you've got a family who wants to do all the other things here, sure, pinball will entertain you while they go throw axes at each other or what have you.
Say what one more damn time.
Luckily though, you've got other options in town. Now later in the day, I'm over in Tallahassee's historical Railroad Square, which has since been converted into the town's art district. It's easily the coolest part of the city, as everywhere else looks like every other mid-sized town you've ever been in. There are incredible murals everywhere you turn, and some of the best, unique small businesses in town are right here in the square. Unfortunately, this area was hit by a tornado back in May of this year, and many of the businesses here were just devastated. Some had minimal damage and have rebuilt, some are in the process of rebuilding in the midst of the hottest summer in the history of man, while others will probably have to start over somewhere else. And of course, this is where the arcade was located that brought me to Tallahassee when I was initially mapping out this trip. Thankfully, for both them and for me, in that order, their damage was minimal, and subsequently they were able to move into the space next door to their old space, giving them even more room for arcade goodness. This is Flippin' Great Pinball in Tallahassee, Florida. have hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly rates, all quite reasonable, and so I gave them the asking price for an all-day pass even though I was only in town for another hour or two. The collection of pinball machines here is a healthy mix of tables from the 80s, 90s, and today, with a couple of old-school machines in the back corner as well. Being Saturday afternoon, it was difficult to get good shots of everything in the place since they were quite busy, but I did what I could. I'm just glad to see them pulling in a crowd. All the machines are well maintained, a selling point on their website in fact, and if you encounter an issue with the machine, just tell someone up front and they'll come right over and address it. You love to see that. Surprisingly, I spent a good deal of time on this Phantom of the Opera table while I was here. It's a machine that never really clicked with me until now for some reason, and since the end of the trip, I've been playing a lot of it in Pinball Arcade on the Xbox. Now, I'm here for the pinball, but of course they have arcade games too, including this Nintendo Super System cabinet, which is essentially the Super Nintendo version of a PlayChoice 10. It was also the last arcade machine that Nintendo produced. It's neat to see that. I don't think I've seen one since the early 90s. It's quite the opposite from District 850, and while I definitely think that both places have worth, this is the only one of the two that I think I would come back to. This is my kind of lineup. Now, my plan for this trip was to help support each arcade I go to with not only the purchase of arcade time, but with a t-shirt purchase as well. Especially here since I want to help these guys out as best I can. Well, their t-shirt supplier was also hit by the tornado sadly, so there were no shirts available at the moment. So instead, I picked up a pack of these. Each of these custom plastic tokens is a day pass for Flippin' Great Pinball, and I'd like to give them away. So, if you live in Tallahassee or you're planning a trip there and would like to check this place out, get in touch with me privately and I'll get a token over to you. Don't ask for one in the comments section, that's not going to work, it's not that kind of giveaway. You can find my email on my profile here somewhere, I don't know where YouTube is hiding it this moment specifically, but it's there. Please just only ask for one if you're definitely interested in going, I would really like to help these guys out. Sadly, I'm on a strict schedule and I can't hang out in here for the rest of the night, I gotta get moving. But yeah, Flippin' Great Pinball lives up to its name. I really enjoyed my time here. There is lots more to come in this series, including plenty more pinball arcades and thrifting, the latter of which is coming up in the next episode as we will see what fun shopping opportunities are available on a Sunday in the state of Alabama. It's a unique situation and I'll explain more soon. Take care everyone, I'll see you in the next episode for another round of All Day Thrifting.